Here we go. Let's open this up full screen. Okay, welcome aboard everybody. Good morning. It's LisaBug Cardio-Strength Fusion, our last class in the month of July of 2025. So we're going to focus a lot on lower body strengthening and especially into the lower leg, that calf shin area. Strengthen these muscles, and using these muscles help with what we call the second heart, which pumps blood back up against gravity so that we can have better circulation, better venous return. So when we're lacking in that, we get pooling in the lower legs. It's called venous insufficiency. It can lead to swelling and edema and varicose veins, spider veins, all that. We don't want that going on. So we're really going to move the lower legs today. I have 3 sets of hand weights. I have a medium band and some water. So what I want you to start with is taking your feet about hips distance apart, bend your knees and come down into a little squat. We're just going to lift the right heel up off the floor and the left heel up off the floor, right and left. So when we have our knees bent and we do this heel lift, which is called plantar flexion, this helps to activate a muscle called the soleus in the lower leg. It resides kind of underneath that muscle we can see back there, which is called the gastrocnemius. So each time we activate that muscle, it helps to squeeze the blood from the lower legs and helped it to push it back up a series of one-way valves up toward the heart. Let's do 2 more on each side, to the right and the left. 1 more to the right and left. So now that we have that action, let's come up and down in our squat and point the toe and point the toe and swing the arms to the left and to the right. And now we're starting to really activate the quads and glutes. You can come down as low as you'd like into those squats, but we're just warming up. So we want to take it gradually, starting to elevate the heart rate, get the cardiovascular system awake and going this morning, and the musculoskeletal system. Let's do 2 more each side and 1 more each side. Great. Now plant the feet, bend the left knee, bend the right. So as we go side to side, I want you to pull your toes up on the leg that's straight. Pull it up. This activates the tibialis anterior muscle right in front of the shin, and it stretches the back of the lower leg, lengthening the muscle. If our muscles are too tight, sometimes it's hard to work them through a nice full range of motion. So we need to lengthen to be able to strengthen. 2 more each side. Good. 1 more each side. And hold. Now let's just take a little stretch here, lengthening through the inner thigh and the hamstring. And take your left arm and just open it out and bring it down. So we're just warming up through the left shoulder. I'm supporting with my right hand here, but if you don't need it, you can add both arms out. And you're using your core to stay in that hinged forward position. You're using this quad and glute isometrically. Inhale, exhale, 3 more. Keep pulling the toes up on the left foot. And 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. Come on up and shift over to the other side. Pull the toes up. Stretch the inner thigh. Support here on the leg and just use the right arm to open and close. Or we can use both arms. Inhale and exhale. Now try not to let your shoulders slump over so we're not bending there in the spine. We've got a nice neutral spine. We're just hinging from the hip. Keep pulling those right toes up. Inhale, 3 and 2 and 1. Good, and come up. All right, let's step the feet together, and we'll take the left foot straight back to press your heel down into the floor. Then lift up off that back heel and press down. Lift and press. Then bring the arms up to goalpost. Lift, closing your elbows towards each other, and open, pull them back, up and down. Nice, active, dynamic stretch for your left calf muscle. That takes a nice stretch into your Achilles tendon and down under the bottom of the foot into the plantar fascia. Good. 3 more. Take your inhale here. Exhale. And 2. And 1. And then just press that heel down, open out, and we're going to twist to the right and just hold that rotation. Good. It's a little balance challenge here. Notice where you're feeling the lengthening of the muscle. If having your arms up isn't working for you, put hands on hips and take 2 more breaths. My body's heating up already. I can tell it's going to be a sweaty workout today. Okay, come back to the center. The sweat meter's going to be up. Let's switch legs. Push down into that heel, and we'll lift up and down. This time we'll reach and then push the arms back. Open up the chest. Inhale and press. Reach. Dynamic stretch in that right calf muscle. And try to keep your right leg, the back leg, as straight as you can. So you take that stretch all the way up the posterior line. Really open up the heart when you push the arms back. We have 3. Squeeze the shoulder blades. 2. And 1. Hold it down. Bring those arms back up as we twist to the left and hold that there, or place hands on your hips and breathe. Tighten your right glute a little so you feel your right hip flexor releasing. 2 more breaths. And 1 more. And come back to center. Step the feet in. Start to march it out. Okay, we are going to be combining strength and cardio. I'm going to give you 2 options. You can hold on to moderate weights during the cardio, and you will just hold them like this. Or you can have them on the floor during cardio and pick them up for strength. So I'm going to try holding mine, see how far I can get into this. If I get tired, I might have to set them down. And we're just going to start with a right foot march. Right foot march. And then with this right leg leading, we'll march wide and narrow. So it's out and in, out and in. We're looking for about 45 seconds of this movement. The more you bend your knees and drop down, the more you're going to work those legs and get your heart rate up. So if it bothers your knees, you don't have to bend them much. You can just step out and in, or you can really sink down and up, down and up. Good. We have 20 seconds to go. Then I'm going to give you a few seconds to grab your weights if you're not holding them right now. Breathing. Right, left, right, left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, if you don't have your weights, let's go ahead and pick them up. We're going to hold them at the chest. A squat and straighten the right arm down. A squat and straighten the left. Here we go. Down and up. So just about 45 seconds of each of these movements. So make sure you have the right workload for this exercise, which is a bicep curl. Down and up. We're also going to have a lot of squats in our exercises today. So really firing quadriceps and glutes. 20 seconds to go. Good job. And down and up. Breathing. Now you're picking your own pace. I'm actually not playing music today, just so that you go at your own speed, and I won't need to stay with the music either. Okay, last one, and rest. So if you want to set your weights down for the cardio, go ahead and do that now. Otherwise, let's bring it right back in here, and we'll march the left foot, the left, and then march wide and narrow. left, right, out and in. Start to bend your knees more as we have about 45 seconds here. Good, and out and in. So if you're holding weights, you're definitely getting more activation of your biceps. You don't want to swing the weights with these fast movements, but keep it nice and controlled. Down and up. Good. 15 seconds, down and up. Nice job. Now we're going to take a break right after this. Grab a drink, and I'm going to give you the option to put your medium bands around your legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, quick little drink. That's going to show you about what we're going to be working on for the next several minutes. Option to use your band on your legs for that open and close, that wide and narrow. So I have a medium. Be careful putting it on so you don't lose your balance. And I like to come right above the knees here so that I don't have any pressure on my knees. Okay, was that weight that you had okay for you? All right, so you have the choice to do your cardio with or without your weights. Shoulders down and back. We're here. March right foot. Right, right. And then march right, wide and narrow. Out and in. Out and in. Now you'll know right away if this doesn't feel okay for your hips. And you can get rid of those bands absolutely fine. This isn't a huge movement, so it's just going to slightly stretch the band, bring it back in, working the abductors. Good, 20 seconds, out and in, down with the legs and up, down and up. Beautiful. Really feel that heart rate spiking up here, and up, down and up. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, if you don't have your weights, go ahead and pick them up. I'm going to bring them right up to the chest, and we'll squat, drop the right arm down. Squat, drop the left. Down, up, down, and up. Good. So the band might be pushing against your legs, bringing them in like this. So make sure you're not doing a knock knee. I want you to press out against the band just a little bit so you're activating those outer thighs. 15 seconds. Up. Good job. Woo. Breathing heavy now. Again. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Take a break. If you don't have your weights, go ahead. Or if you do and you want to set them down, absolutely fine. All right, if you have weights, you'll anchor them. March left, left, left. And then left foot goes out, out, in, out, out, in, down, down, up, up. Good. Roughly 45 seconds. Woo. Now I'm really feeling those medial glutes on the outside of the hips. Excellent. And down and up. Nice job. 20 seconds. Breathe. Now, if you need to take a break sooner than 20 seconds, that's all up to you. Any modifications you need today. Looking good. Almost there. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a break. If you don't have your weights, go ahead and pick them up. Pick your feet just outside the width of your hips. Weights come here. We squat, drop the arm. Squat, drop the arm. Good. Nice work. Down and up. Down and up. Good job. Looking for approximately 45 seconds of this movement. We have 30 to go. Beautiful. Really squeeze your glutes when you come up, tighten the backside and up. Press those heels down into the earth. 15 seconds. Beautiful. Almost there. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Okay, be careful if you have the straps around your thighs. We're going to grab a quick drink of water. And then if your weights are on the heavier side, we're going to be doing a squat with a front arm press. So you might need to go down in your workload a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to drop down just a little bit. Shoulders down and back. We're going to start our march on the right foot. If you don't want to hold your weights for cardio, don't pick them up yet. March right, right. So this time, we're going to go out, out, in, and add a squat. So it's out, in, squat. Out, in, squat. Right, left, squat. Good job. 45 seconds on these. Now, if you have your hand weights, you can absolutely add anything that you want with arm work. But on the cardio, I'm just going to keep it right here and add the arms on the strength training segment. 15 seconds. Out, in, and squat. And out, and in, and squat. 2 more. Out, in, squat. 1 more. Out, in, squat. Good. If you don't have your weights, go ahead and pick them up. Now, we're bringing it to the chest again. We're going to go squat, front, punch. Squat to the front. Now, if this does not work for your shoulders, you get to go back to the squat and lower down. You can always go back to that more of a level 1 option and continue to work the biceps. 30 seconds, guys. Down and reach. Down and reach. Ooh, I am feeling those glutes. How about you? Yes. Driving the heart rate up with those big muscle group movements. 15 seconds. Reach and reach. You can have your palms facing in. You can turn them down. You can turn them up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Option to set your weights on the floor. I'm going to go ahead and do that this time. All right, so back to the cardio. March it left, left, left. Now we're going to march wide, narrow, and add a squat. Here we go. Out, in, squat. Out, in, squat. 8 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out and in and squat. Good. And in and squat. 30 seconds. Out and in, squat. It's amazing how using the band for this really activates the outside of the glutes much more. And out, in, squat. 2 more times. Out, in, squat. 1 more time. Out, in, squat. Pick up your weights if you don't have them already. We're going to squat and add the front punch. Weights start here at the chest. Here we go. Squat, punch, squat, punch. Now these can also be done without any hand weights. Absolutely. So you've got a lot of options. Check your knees to make sure they're not knocking in together if you have the band on. So press them out. There should be a little bit of resistance at all times into the outer thighs if you're using the bands. Good job. 30 seconds. Out and up. Punch and up. Excellent. Keep breathing. Take breaks if you need it. 15 seconds. Good job. Reach. Reach. We have a drink break coming up and a rest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I have to finish the left arm. Okay, set it down. Woo. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take off the band now because I'm feeling really nice and challenged in the outer thigh. You can keep it on as we go to the next set. Grab a drink. So this next squat and punch goes up. If that's not okay for you, you can do one of the other two. But make sure you're picking a workload that feels okay to press above the head. All right, so I'm gonna grab mine here. So for the cardio, we're gonna add a calf raise. So start to march on your right, right, right. So what this one looks like is out, out, in, squat, lift the heels up. Out, out, in, squat, heels up. Out, in, squat, heels up. Good. Now, if you need something to help you balance for this, set your weights down, put your hands on the wall or on a chair, and up. Right, left, squat, heels up. Right, left, squats, heels up. 20 seconds. Up, out, and in, and squat, and up. Out, and in. 2 more times. Out, and in, squat. 1 more. Out, in, squat, and up. Okay, if you don't have your weights, go ahead and pick them up. So now we'll start with the weights at the chest again. We'll do our squat, and we'll punch above the head. Squat, punch up. Squat, 45 seconds. But remember, you have 2 other options. You have this one that we did at the beginning. You've got the one to the front. Good. And down. Up, 25 seconds. Down and reach. Down and reach. I wonder how many squats we're going to have in this workout today. A lot of squats, keeping our legs strong. Breathe. Nice job, almost there. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, weights either down or up for the cardio. I'm going to set mine down, give my arms a break. So we'll start marching on the left, left, left. So we go left, right, squat, lift the heels up. Left, right, squat, heels up. Left, right, squat, heels up. Out, in, down, and up. If you're not holding weights, you could do things with your arms. Out, in, down, and up. Out, in, down, and up. 25 seconds. Reach, out, in, down, up. How we doing, everybody? Woo! Out, in, down, up, out, in, down. 2 more times. 1 more time. Out, in, down, and rest. Okay, if you don't have your weights, go ahead and pick them up. We'll squat with an overhead press or any other options for you. Get ready and begin. Down, up, down, up. You choose. Or mix and match. Good job. So these exercises have gotten progressively harder or progressively larger range of motion. So more active cardiovascular work. 20 seconds. Sweat meter is up. Ooh. Breathing meter is up. Cardio is up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Weights are down. Good job. It's time for a drink. Then we have 1 more set of each of these movements. So about another 4 minutes to go. Now, I'm going to give you a jumping option. I'll probably only demonstrate it once. So eyes on me. So what we're going to do is march, right foot, and then we're going to go out, out, jump, squat, up. I think I can do another one. out, out, jump, squat, up. So when I jump, I'm landing with my knees a little bit bent so that I'm controlling and shock absorbing the landing. If you don't want to do the jump, it's out, out, in, squat, and up. Okay, 45 seconds. Ready, here we go. Out, jump, down, up, squat, jump, down, up. I'm doing this really tiny, and it's okay for me, but I'm gonna stop now. And up, and in, 30 seconds. If we add that little jump, it gives us some bone building activity, plyometric training, where we send a little shock wave through our skeleton. It activates our osteoblasts, our bone building cells. Out in 10 seconds, guys. One more time. And rest. Okay, our last set with the weights, we are going to squat and reach the arm out on an angle. So this one I need a little bit lighter weight for. But remember, you have all the other ones to do as well. So weights are at the chest, squat, angle, squat, angle. So we did one that was a bicep curl. We did one that was directly to the front punch. We did an overhead press. And now we're doing a diagonal, little bit different plane of motion. Nice job. 25 seconds. Down and up. Do you still have your band on your legs? Maybe some of you do. That's great. Bring your mind back to that. Make sure your knees are tracking. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. With or without your weights. If you're doing the jump, I would recommend you not holding onto your weights. Okay, so just a reminder, this one's going to go left, right, jump, squat, up, left, right, jump, squat. Here we go, 45 seconds. Out, in, squat, jump. I'm saying jump here. I mean, lift your heels. You could jump there too. I'm not going to. I find there's less impact if I jump from here to here than if I jump straight up in the air. Good. 30 seconds. Down, up, out, together, down, up, out, together, down, up. Almost there. 15 seconds. 3 more times. At your own pace. 2 more. 1 more. Down and up. Okay, pick up your weights for our last set on the strength training. This is your diagonal press out to the side. Okay, weights at your chest. 45 seconds. Beginning now. Down, press out on an angle. Good job. So it's activating our deltoids a little bit differently with every plane of motion. If we do the bicep curl, we're not really activating our deltoids much at all. So if your shoulders are getting tired, come back to here. Or we can go straight to the front. We can also take it up. Or on that diagonal plane. 15 seconds. Down and up. Good. Lots of squats today. Beautiful. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And weights are down. Good job. Okay, time to grab another drink. And I'd like, if you need a mat for your floor work, I'd like you to bring that out now. But we're not going down to the mat yet. We're going to do some opposing muscle group work for the upper body. I just want you to have this ready. Okay. So for our standing work and for our work on the mat, we're going to need heavy weights and light weights. So for my heavies, I'm going to use 8-pounders. And for my lights, I'm going to use 3s. So kind of that'll give you a little bit of an idea what I'm doing for mine. So we're going to do 45 seconds of rowing to work the upper back and posture. Then we'll switch to lighter weights and do 45 seconds of reverse flies, again to work the back of our shoulders. Okay, so let's pick our weights up. Heavy ones to start. Take your feet about hips distance apart. Bring the weights right here toward your knees and begin. Pull back. Pull back. So we're using our core to stay in about a 45-degree angle, hinged forward position. You want to make sure your knees are bent a little bit. So no locked out straight legs on this one. Now I'm pulling my elbows back in the narrow row. Last week I also showed you the wide row, so you can do a few of these as well. 20 seconds. Pull and pull. Good job. Working the back body, focusing on good posture and alignment. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and come up. So right away, go to your lighter weights. And we're going to do 45 seconds of a reverse fly. So it starts the same way. We're going to hinge over into this position, but now our arms stay fairly straight as we open, close. Now I want you to hesitate this at the top. Hesitate. So you're not swinging your arms and then dropping them right down. Up and hesitate. 30 seconds. Can you find your core and draw your navel in toward the spine? Check your head position. Make sure it's neutral. I know that sometimes we want to look up toward the camera and then we bend the back of our neck and kind of pinch the vertebrae. So you can look up at the computer with your eyes and then bring your head right back to neutral. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and come up. Okay, are you ready to work the brain? I always have to have brain body work. So you're going to take one of each weight. So let's go with your heavy one in the right hand, your light one in the left. Okay, so we're going to do both of these movements at the same time. So you're going to bring the weights down to your knees. As your right one's pulling back, your left one's going to go out to the side. Ready, 45 seconds. Right elbow does the row. Left arm does the reverse fly. We stay in a nice stabilized position with our body. So we're working the core isometrically as well as the legs. Good job. Almost there. 15 seconds. If you need a break, come up sooner. Exhale on the work. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up to relax the back. Switch your weights. Heavy one is in the left hand. Light one is in the right. Lengthen your spine, bend your knees a little bit, hinge forward. Weights are at about your kneecap. Pull the right one back as the left, no, opposite. Pull the left one back as the right one opens out. 45 seconds. Now, when we do 2 different weights in the arms, we have to stabilize more with our core. It's just part of the game here. So, and we're also working our brain. Good job, good job. You're halfway. And up. Really scoop the abs in. Stabilize your lower back. 20 seconds. Or a little less than that. 15. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and come up and rest. Okay, so now we'll need those weights we just had, your heavy pair and your light pair, on either side of your mat. And we're going to do the opposing muscle groups from what we just did standing up. but we're going to do those laying down on our back. So good time to grab a drink before you head down there. And if you still have your band around your legs, that's okay too. You can use those as we're down on our back. Okay. So the exercise we're going to do with our heavy weights is the tricep press. So we're going to be pushing the weights up from the chest toward the ceiling. I like to grab them before I go down, then I don't have to try to fish for them and hurt my shoulders once I'm laying on my back. So I'm going to give you 3 options with your legs. You can just have your feet down on the floor like this. You can have your knees up in tabletop to work your core a little more, or you can lift your hips up off the floor to work your glutes. So you choose any of these. I feel like I need some more glute work, so I'm going to lift my hips up. So we keep our palms facing towards each other, and we come down and press up. 45 seconds, down and up. If the glutes get tired during that 45, just let your hips come back down to the floor, or you can stack your knees up in tabletop. Anything you'd like with that lower body. So we are working the opposing muscle group from those rows that we just did when we were doing the bent over row. 15 seconds to go, guys. Good job. Up. And last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, very carefully switch the heavy weights for your light ones. I like to reach across and get my weight with the other hand. That's a little bit easier on my shoulder. Okay, so now this is a chest fly. Again, your feet can be on the floor. You can have knees in table. You can be in your bridge. Elbows have a tiny softness, and we are going to open and close like butterfly wings. 45 seconds. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Now remember, when we did these in that bent over row position, we added a hesitation at the top. Now you're going to add the hesitation at the bottom. So when those arms come down, you're going to pause and bring it up. Pause, bring it up. It just helps to take the momentum out of the work. Okay, 10 seconds here, guys. And open and close. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Okay, you ready for brain body work? Say yes. So your right hand is going to have your heavy weight. Your left hand will have your light one. We start here. Feet can be on the ground. You can be up in bridge. Knees can be in table. As the right arm does the press, the left arm does the chest fly. So here we go. Open and close. Left arm is out long. Right elbow bends down to the floor. 45 seconds. Down and up. And again, if you're doing this with your feet up in table, you're going to feel a lot of core work here because one of your arms is going out to the side, which changes your body's center of gravity. So I love that about doing different weights in each hand. We have 15 seconds. Down and up. Boy, I can feel the sweat just running off my body today. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest, and then just swap your weights out. So your heavy one is in your left hand. Your light one is in your right. Bring them up parallel to each other. Choose your lower body position. Your left elbow bends down to the mat while your right arm goes out to the side. Here we go, 45 seconds. Now these are not a race to see how many you can get in 45 seconds. I want them controlled. Really good form and alignment. And good breathing here. Open and close. Open and close. 20 seconds. Almost there. 2 more reps. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax. Set those weights down. Okay. We're going to take the right leg up. Hold it behind if this feels comfortable for you. And we're just going to do 45 seconds of ankle pumps, point and flex, while we're stretching our hamstring. So this is going to help activate the soleus and the calf, bring the blood flow back up to the heart. Your left leg can be out long onto the mat. 30 seconds, flex and point. And do these pretty vigorously. I really want you to feel the muscles working and pumping the blood back down the leg toward the heart. Let's see what we got. 10 seconds. Whoa, I'm starting to feel that shin really tightening here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right, let's switch legs. I'm going to lift the left leg up, hold on to it, start to flex and point, and you can slide your right leg long onto the mat. 45 seconds. Flex and point, flex and point. Now, if it's difficult for you to hold your leg, if your leg's down here and you have a hard time getting it, you can do it without holding on to it. You're going to really work your quad and your core, or you can take your yoga strap and wrap it around your leg and pull it in toward you. Good job. 20 seconds. Flex, point, flex, point. Ooh. Make sure you're breathing through this and still activating your abs. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Good job. Set that foot down. Nicely done. Okay, both legs are going to be up. So you can use your hands to hold behind your legs, lift them up. You can bend your knees if you need to, or just let your legs go. And then point and flex opposites. So one's flexing, the other one's pointing. So it's almost like you're doing a little bit of a run. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Ooh, I'm really feeling this, especially on my left side. I need to do these more often. I'm feeling the top of my left foot really working. Tibialis anterior attachment. 20 seconds. Right, left, right, left. That blood is coming back. Second heart is pumping it toward the first heart. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Okay, let's stretch our glutes with a figure 4 stretch. So we're going to cross an ankle over the thigh. If this is enough stretch for you, stay right here, or we can bring those knees right up toward the chest and pull it in. Now, your option, if you have anything left in your ankles, is to straighten the lower leg and do a few ankle pumps. But my left foot is saying, no, I don't know. No, not today. So I'll try a couple. Okay. Eleanor Roosevelt said, you must do the thing you think you cannot. So I'm thinking about that right now. Okay, just a couple more breaths, stretching that right hip. And one more. Great job. All right, let's stretch the other hip. We did a lot of squats today, so we really want to lengthen those legs out. Muscles are tight. Let's pull it up. We can stay here. We can lift that other leg and do a few ankle pumps. These are much easier on this side. If you have problems with ankle swelling, these are good to do every single day. Prop your feet up, do legs up the wall, do some ankle pumps. Just a few more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and down. Okay, we're going to stretch our quadricep. So just roll over to one side and then reach for your ankle. If you can grab it, hold on to it and stretch here from a sideline position. If it's not accessible for you, use your yoga strap and loop it over your ankle, or you can press yourself up and then you can stretch the quadricep leaning back. And I'm still doing this leg. So I'm just leaning back and stretching that quad. Actually, this one feels much better for me today. So I'm going to hold this one. Good, nice stretch. Just about another 15 seconds holding this quad stretch. Couple more breaths. All right, come up. So you're either going to roll over onto your other side and grab the ankle, which I know I can't really do very well on my right leg. So I'm going to do this one here if I can get my knee comfortable. And I'm going to lean back on this one as well. And hold and breathe. So after this quad stretch, we've got a plank coming up. If you like to use the wall for your plank, you're going to be coming up onto your feet. Or if you like to use a couch or a chair to put your hands on, you can do that as well. Or you can stay down onto your mat. So let's hold here another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so I'm going to give you a few seconds to get in position for any style of plank you want to do. It's going to be a 60-second plank, so a full minute. You can come from your knees, your toes, your elbows, or your wrists. All right, get ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, and begin. 1 minute. Now you guys know your options for planks, so do what works best for you. You can advance these by adding toe taps, anything you want to do, or just stay nice and still and breathe. And we're looking for perfect alignment of the spine. I'll let you know when we're halfway. And that's the halfway mark, 30 seconds to go. If you need little breaks here and there, absolutely fine. Just come back in as soon as you can and continue. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Take any kind of stretch. If you're down on the mat, a child's pose is nice. Stretch out your shoulders a little bit. And if you're up on your feet, you're going to stay there. And then we're stretching the calves with either a downward dog or a standing lunge. So I'll show you the down dog first. We can lift our hips up. We're going to stretch one side, so you'll drop your right heel down and hold. Your other option is to be on your feet, and we're going to do that calf lunge stretch that we did at the beginning of class. I do like the down dog, so I'm going to come back down into that. So either one is a great stretch. Let's hold here 10 more seconds. All right, great job. So if you're in the down dog, bend the other knee to push your left heel down and hold. Or if you're up in the lunge, right foot will be front, left foot will be back. and keep pressing that heel down into the mat. Holding about 30 seconds. If you're in down dog, really push away from your hands so your shoulders are not over your wrists, and keep your core engaged. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, everyone comes up to the feet. And we'll take a nice side stretch over. Lengthen the side body. Now you can support here with this hand, or you can use it to guide your arm over more, or you can bend your elbow and pull your elbow. So this is going to stretch your tricep. So you pick what you'd like to do in this side stretch. And come up. Excellent. Side stretch the other way. You can stay supported. You can grab your wrist. You can bend your elbow. Whatever's accessible for you and feels great for your body. We want to do the thing that's most productive for us in that particular stretch. One more deep breath. And come up. One of my favorites is the twisting squat. So bend your knees, come down, and your toes are turned out a little bit. We're going to push this right hand to the inner thigh so that you're pushing yourself away into a twist. I feel a little stretch right on the inside of that right groin, the hip, and we're looking way over the shoulder. And some deep breaths. Then just come through the middle. Put your hand to the inner part of your left leg. Push it out. Drop your left shoulder down. Turn. Look behind you to the right. And when you take some deep breaths here, you'll feel like the lungs are expanding and opening up your intercostal space, the space in your ribs. And then come back to the center. We're going to drop the hips down a little more and try to reach down toward the floor, or maybe put your hands on the top of your chair. This is a standing happy baby. Nice low back release. You can keep your knees bent deeply, or you can try to straighten them up a little bit more for more of a hamstring stretch. And then restack your spine by rolling up from the base. 5 vertebrae of the lumbar, 12 vertebrae of the thoracic, 7 vertebrae of the cervical. Head comes up last. Inhale. And you are free. Great job today. I hope you can stay on for me or with me for a chit chat. Let's talk about the sweat meter because it was really up over here in Ridgefield. Okay, I'll turn our recording off and I'll see you guys in the back room.